Hi guys, for today's project I'm trying something a bit new. I'm making a conductor's baton for my husband. Okay, so I've cut the stick that's going to be my baton. Obviously something that's 2 centimeters on either side is not going to fit in my chuck, so I'm going to try using the live center as a starting point. This is really thin, so I'm just going to be really gentle with it. Okay, so the width I'm actually looking for is a little bit thinner than this paintbrush. So I don't know if you can see that. This is actually quite thick for a baton. Most batons are only a couple of mils thick at the base, so this will be a little more robust than a traditional baton. His current baton is actually an old paintbrush that I put a base on out of Ducat. So we'll see how we go. I was trying to avoid that. Now that's the reason I made it longer than I needed. Oh. Okay, this is going to take a little bit of ingenuity. So what I've done is I've just put a little wee scrapwood tenon that I've had from a previous project in the chuck and drilled a hole in it so that I can now put my broken project back in, and I'm just going to sand it. It's a little shorter, but that's okay because I'd made it too long deliberately just in case. Don't put too much pressure on it. Okay, so I'm going to have a try with the chicken. Just far too quick at the moment. Alrighty, this thing is getting to the right shape. I'm going to keep sanding and I'll come back when I'm ready to paint. It's really thin. Alrighty, so I have sanded right up to 320 grit. And I've shaken my can for about a minute. My light's going to get covered in paint. I'm going to pop this over here to dry while I turn the handle. Now for the handle I'm using a bit of yew wood. I got it as part of a turner's pack, and I can't use it for little lip balm cases because yew is poisonous, so I'm just going to use it as the handle for my conductor's baton. Okay. And we're ever so styly. That is going to be nice, easy to hold. Gorgeous colour. I'm going to sand that up. I'm just going to keep sanding through the grips, so I'll come back to you once I've finished sanding. Okay, this is the handle, all sanded up to 320 grit. I'm just going to clean it off with a bit of denatured alcohol. Ooh, sorry for the noise. That grain is just amazing. I'm loving this. And on to some sanding sealer. Again, I'm using wattle sanding sealer. I've thinned it 50-50 with denatured alcohol. As it is quite thick, it's designed for furniture. Not much sanding sealer on there, I think. Normally I don't have enough when I do a bowl, but this is such a tiny wee item. Wow, that's so pretty. So there's my handle. I'm just going to let that sanding sealer set up for about an hour. I'm going to go in and have my dinner. Alrighty, my sanding sealer is all set. So I'm going to my homemade abrasive paste, which is it's a beeswax and diatomaceous earth blend, which basically acts like a final sandpaper. Now I'm going to add some of my homemade restoring polish. Now this polish is beeswax and coconut oil. Some got a handle, and I'm just going to part that off on the bottom there. I'm just going to rub It's now sanded. The tissue's really good because it pads the sandpaper so I don't end up with a really hard flat spot. but I am keeping on checking it as I sanded it to make sure I didn't get a really hard edge when I was sanding. Okay, zoom out a little so you can see it clearly. So this is the handle for my baton. It's a nice decent sized handle. Here's my baton stick. It's had 2 coats of white enamel paint. So the glue I've got is Gorilla wood glue. A little bit of that. Oh, not too much. Nope. I'll bring you in wrong way. Bring you in a little closer. So I've got a little bit of glue in there. There we have it. This is probably my most difficult turning so far. The handle was a piece of cake, but my goodness, this baton wand was just so hard because it's so slender, and you can't see it at all. Here we go. So it's 30 centimeters long so it's a bit of an old Rimu skirting board from our house. So it's a good 60 years old Rimu, and a piece of yew for the handle. And I'll put up some photos of it as well, so that you can get a good look of it in the light, because in the garage here it's a little bit dark. See you next time, and I hope you enjoyed it.